Welcome to the History AI podcast, where the past comes alive with facts, anecdotes, and a dash of humor. Here are your hosts, Chuck and Marco.
Welcome to the History AI podcast. I'm Chuck, alongside Marco, diving into history's most insightful and astonishing tales. Today, we're exploring the Battle of Plataea, a cornerstone in the Persian Wars.
That's right, Chuck. A tale of strategy, unity, and heroism that paved the way for Greece's golden age. But first, let's paint the picture of the world in 479 BC.
To truly grasp the significance of the Battle of Plataea, we need to step back into the world of 479 BC. It was an era marked by empires and city-states, where the drumbeats of war were a constant echo across the Mediterranean landscape.
Exactly, Chuck. The Persian Empire, a colossal force stretching from Asia Minor to the fringes of India, was in a period of aggressive expansion. Under the rule of King Xerxes, son of Darius the Great, Persia's gaze turned hungrily towards the relatively fragmented and contentious Greek city-states.
And these city-states, each with its own culture, government, and military prowess, were no strangers to conflict, both among themselves and against external threats. However, the Persian ambition presented a common danger that overshadowed their internal disputes. The memory of the Battle of Marathon, where the Greeks scored an unlikely victory against the Persians a decade earlier, was still fresh.
That's right. But Marathon was merely a prelude. Xerxes sought not just retribution for Marathon but the complete subjugation of Greece. His preparation was monumental, amassing one of the largest invasion forces the ancient world had ever seen. A bridge of boats across the Hellespont, a canal through Mount Athos, and a supply line that stretched across nations underscored his determination.
On the flip side, the Greeks were not idle. The threat of Persian invasion galvanized an unprecedented level of unity among them. The Hellenic League, a coalition of Greek city-states led by Athens and Sparta, emerged as a beacon of resistance. This alliance was a testament to the Greeks' ability to set aside their rivalries in the face of existential threats.
And amidst this brewing storm stood Plataea, a modest Boeotian city-state that would soon become the symbol of Greek resilience and strategic acumen. Its strategic location, near the foothills of Mount Cithaeron, made it a pivotal battleground where the fate of Greece would be decided.
The stage was set, Marco. On one side, the vast, multicultural army of the Persian Empire, equipped with a range of weapons and fighting styles from across its territories. On the other, the fiercely independent Greek city-states, united by a common culture, language, and a shared determination to preserve their way of life against a seemingly invincible foe.
This was more than a battle for territory, it was a clash of ideologies, cultures, and political visions for the future of the Mediterranean world. The outcome of Plataea would not just determine the fate of Greece, but also set the course for Western civilization's development.
A grand narrative of courage, strategy, and unity was about to unfold at Plataea. The very essence of what we know as the Western democratic tradition was at stake. Diving into the leadership and forces arrayed at Plataea, it's clear that this wasn't just a battle, it was a collision of civilizations, each led by men of remarkable vision and indomitable will.
On the Greek side, the coalition was under the strategic command of Pausanias, the Spartan regent. Representing the epitome of Spartan martial discipline and tactical acumen, Pausanias was not just fighting for Sparta but for the very essence of Greek freedom. His leadership was pivotal, embodying the unity and shared purpose of the Hellenic League.
Pausanias' counterpart was Mardonius, a Persian general of noble birth, personally appointed by King Xerxes. Mardonius was not just any commander, he was a seasoned strategist with a deep understanding of both Persian and Greek warfare. His previous experiences in Greece, including a bitter setback at Marathon, only fueled his determination to subjugate Greece under Persian rule.
The forces at their command were as diverse as the lands they came from. On the Persian side, Mardonius marshaled an army that was a microcosm of the Persian Empire's vastness. It included elite Persian immortals, who were the backbone of the Persian infantry, alongside contingents from across the empire, such as archers from Scythia, cavalry from Media, and infantry from Egypt.
Contrast that with the Greek forces, a patchwork quilt of city-state militias united under the Hellenic League. The bulk of the Greek army was composed of hoplites, heavily armored infantrymen known for their discipline and the phalanx formation. Each city-state brought its unique strengths to the coalition. Athenians, renowned for their naval prowess, also fielded a formidable infantry, while Spartans, the epitome of military discipline and training, provided the backbone of the Greek forces.
The Greeks also had an ace up their sleeve, their knowledge of the local terrain. They chose their battleground carefully, leveraging the narrow pass near Plataea to neutralize the Persian advantage in numbers and cavalry. This strategic choice would play a crucial role in the battle's outcome.
Indeed, Marco. Leadership on both sides knew that victory at Plataea was about more than just tactics, it was about inspiring their troops to fight against overwhelming odds. Pausanias and Mardonius were not just commanders, they were symbols of their people's aspirations, fears, and hopes.
And so, with leaders of such caliber and forces of unparalleled diversity, Plataea was set to be a clash for the ages. The preparations, strategies, and morale of these armies underscore the monumental stakes of the battle. It wasn't just the future of Greece or Persia on the line, it was the future of the known world.
As we move closer to the heart of the battle, remember, the clash at Plataea was not merely a military engagement. It was a defining moment in history, where leadership, strategy, and the indomitable spirit of warriors were tested to their limits. As dawn broke over the plains near Plataea, the stage was set for one of history's most pivotal encounters. The battle, unfolding over several days, was a masterclass in tactics, patience, and the art of war.
Let's break down the timeline and key events that defined this monumental clash.
In the days leading up to the main engagement, both sides engaged in a deadly game of cat and mouse. Mardonius utilized Persian cavalry to harass the Greek positions, aiming to weaken their resolve and disrupt their supply lines.
Meanwhile, Pausanias, recognizing the disadvantage in an open field against the superior Persian numbers and cavalry, fortified his position near the foothills of Mount Cithaeron. This strategic choice ensured the Greeks could not be easily outflanked and could use the terrain to their advantage.
The battle proper began with a series of skirmishes, as Mardonius sought to draw the Greeks onto the plains, whereas cavalry could be more effective. However, Pausanias refused to be baited, maintaining his defensive posture.
Frustrated by the Greek intransigence, Mardonius ordered a full-scale assault on the Greek lines. His archers moved forward, unleashing volleys of arrows, trying to soften the enemy defenses.
It was then that Pausanias made his move. With Persian forces committed to their frontal assault, he ordered a counterattack. The Greek hoplites, moving in their tight phalanx formations, advanced under a hail of arrows.
The Persians expected the Greeks to break under the pressure, but the hoplite shields, the aspis, proved effective against the arrows. As the Greek phalanxes pushed forward, the Persian infantry found themselves at a disadvantage against the heavily armored Greeks.
The turning point came when the Greek center, feigning retreat, drew a significant portion of the Persian forces into a narrow passage between the foothills and the Asopus River. It was here that the Greek hoplites, in their element, turned to face their pursuers.
Caught in the confined space, the Persian advantage in numbers turned into a liability. The hoplite spears and the cohesion of the phalanx formation wreaked havoc on the Persian ranks, who struggled to maneuver.
Not to be outdone, the Greek cavalry, though outnumbered, executed timely flank attacks, adding to the chaos in the Persian ranks. These attacks, though not decisive, played a crucial role in disrupting the Persian formations and morale.
Mardonius, in a bid to rally his forces, led a charge against the Greek center. However, his death in the thick of battle dealt a crushing blow to the Persian morale.
Sensing the shift in momentum, Pausanias ordered a general advance. The Greeks, emboldened by the fall of Mardonius, pressed their advantage.
The battle turned into a rout. The disciplined retreat that Mardonius had planned for turned into a panicked flight back to the Persian camp. The Greeks, in hot pursuit, stormed the camp, sealing their victory.
The Battle of Plataea was not just a testament to Greek military prowess but also a showcase of strategic patience, the effective use of terrain, and the psychological warfare of maneuver and morale.
Indeed, Chuck. The Greek victory at Plataea effectively ended Persian ambitions in Greece, ensuring the survival and independence of the Hellenic way of life. It was a battle where tactics, leadership, and the valor of the common soldier converged to change the course of history.
A breakdown of the battle reveals not just the complexity of ancient warfare but also the timeless principles of military strategy that are still studied today. The aftermath of the Battle of Plataea revealed the stark realities of ancient warfare, where victory came at a high cost, and the line between heroism and sacrifice was often blurred.
Indeed, Chuck. The casualties on both sides were significant, a testament to the battle's ferocity and scale. Ancient sources, while sometimes conflicting, agree that the Persian losses were staggering, running into tens of thousands. This included not just the rank-and-file soldiers, but also a significant portion of the Persian military elite, including Mardonius himself.
On the Greek side, the losses were fewer but no less poignant. Each fallen warrior represented a household in mourning, a community diminished. The Spartans, Athenians, and their allies all paid a heavy price for their victory. However, their sacrifices ensured the survival of their city-states and their way of life.
Among the heroes of Plataea, Pausanias stands out. His leadership and tactical acumen turned the tide of the battle. Under his command, the disparate Greek forces functioned as a cohesive unit, a feat that was as much a psychological victory as it was a military one.
Another figure who deserves mention is Aristodemos, the lone survivor of the Spartan 300 at Thermopylae. Returning to battle at Plataea, he sought redemption in the eyes of his compatriots and found it on the battlefield, fighting valiantly until he fell. His story is a poignant reminder of the personal battles that intertwined with the larger conflict.
Let's not forget the anonymous heroes, the hoplites, and archers, whose names may not have been recorded for posterity but whose bravery and sacrifice were instrumental in securing victory. Each played a crucial role in the complex mosaic of battle, from the frontline hoplite pushing against the tide of Persian infantry to the archer providing cover from the rear.
The casualty figures and the stories of heroism paint a vivid picture of the human cost of the battle. They remind us that behind the strategic maneuvers and tactical victories were individuals who fought, suffered, and, in many cases, laid down their lives for a cause they believed in.
The legacy of Plataea, therefore, is not just one of military triumph, but also of personal courage and collective resilience. The battle underscored the capacity of individuals to shape the course of history, whether through strategic genius, like Pausanias, or through the valor of unnamed soldiers who stood firm in the face of overwhelming odds.
As we remember the Battle of Plataea, we honor not only the strategic victory that preserved Greek independence but also the individual acts of heroism and sacrifice that define the character of the conflict. It's a powerful reminder of the costs of war and the enduring spirit of those who fight it. The dust settled on the plains near Plataea, revealing a landscape forever altered. The Battle of Plataea didn't just mark the end of the Persian Wars, it heralded a new era for Greece and, by extension, Western civilization.
In the immediate aftermath, the Greek victory at Plataea effectively dismantled Persian ambitions in Greece. The Persian army, once seen as an unstoppable force, was forced to retreat, leaving Greece free from the threat of invasion. This victory solidified the Hellenic League's reputation and demonstrated the potency of unified Greek warfare.
But the implications went far beyond military might. The success at Plataea and the subsequent liberation of Greek city-states in Asia Minor fostered a sense of shared identity among the Greeks. It was a catalyst for the development of what we now recognize as classical Greek culture, leading to an unprecedented flourishing of philosophy, science, art, and democracy.
The victory also had profound effects on the political landscape of Greece. Athens, having played a pivotal role in the Persian Wars, emerged as a major power. This set the stage for the Golden Age of Athens, under leaders like Pericles, where democracy was expanded and the city experienced cultural and architectural renaissance epitomized by the construction of the Parthenon.
Meanwhile, Sparta's military prestige was at its zenith. However, the divergence in interests between Sparta and Athens eventually led to the Peloponnesian War, showcasing the fragile nature of alliances and the shifting dynamics of power within Greece.
On a broader scale, the Battle of Plataea demonstrated the effectiveness of hoplite warfare and the phalanx formation, influencing military tactics for centuries. The principles of unity, discipline, and strategic flexibility showcased at Plataea became hallmarks of Greek military doctrine.
The legacy of Plataea also extends into the philosophical and ethical realms. The battle, seen as a struggle between freedom and tyranny, between democratic city-states and autocratic empire, has been immortalized in Western thought as a symbol of the defense of freedom and self-determination.
Moreover, the victory at Plataea, along with the entire Greco-Persian Wars, has been a source of inspiration for countless generations. It has been romanticized in literature, art, and modern media, serving as a testament to the enduring human spirit against overwhelming odds.
The aftermath and legacy of the Battle of Plataea cannot be overstated. It reshaped the Mediterranean world, laying the foundation for the rise of Western civilization. It's a story of resilience, unity, and the triumph of a collective will over a formidable adversary.
As we reflect on Plataea, we're reminded of the power of history to inspire, to teach, and to remind us of our shared humanity. The battle, though millennia past, continues to echo through the ages, a reminder of what can be achieved when people come together for a common cause.
And with that, we close our exploration of the Battle of Plataea. It's been a journey through the tactics, the turmoil, and the triumphs of one of history's most pivotal moments. As we bring our journey through the Battle of Plataea to a close, we're reminded of the layers of history, the stories of valor, and the strategic insights that have shaped the world as we know it today.
And what a journey it's been, Chuck! Exploring the depths of such a pivotal event in human history not only enlightens us, but also connects us more deeply to our past, informing our understanding of the present and future.
Absolutely, Marco. And for our listeners, if you found today's episode insightful, we encourage you to dive into our archives. Each episode of the History AI podcast is designed to be evergreen, offering timeless insights into the events that have shaped our world. Whether you're interested in ancient battles, pivotal moments in science, or the evolution of societies, there's something for everyone.
That's the beauty of history. It's always relevant, always unfolding, and always offering new perspectives on the human experience. Our episodes are crafted to be informative and engaging, regardless of when you listen to them.
Before we sign off, we want to extend a heartfelt thank you to all our listeners. Your curiosity, engagement, and passion for history make this journey worthwhile. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider rating, subscribing, and sharing with friends and fellow history enthusiasts. Your support helps us reach more people and continue producing content that explores the richness of our past.
And don't forget, your feedback and topic suggestions are always welcome. Connect with us on social media to share your thoughts and ideas. Plus, check out our new merchandise for something tangible to remember your favorite episodes by. The link is in the show notes. And as a thank you to our listeners, we're offering a 10% discount on your first purchase. Just use the code TheHistoryAI all one word, at checkout.
Remember, a 5-star review helps our podcast grow, bringing more history to more listeners. We're grateful for every review, every share, and every listener who joins us on this exploratory voyage through time.
So, until next time, keep delving into history, keep questioning, and keep exploring. The past is a vast and fascinating place, and we look forward to continuing this journey with you.
Thank you, listeners, for being a part of the History AI podcast. Here's to many more episodes of uncovering the stories that have shaped our world. Goodbye for now, but not forever. Looking for the perfect way to show appreciation for the incredible mom in your life? Discover Exhausted Moms, a coloring journey to relaxation and humor, the coloring book that speaks directly to the heart of motherhood. Gift her an escape into pages of laughter, empowerment, and moments of tranquility. With Exhausted Moms, she'll find a blend of whimsical illustrations and inspiring quotes that celebrate her daily triumphs and challenges. Crafted with love from images I created for the mother of my children, each page offers a space for creativity and relaxation, a reminder that she's doing an amazing job, even on the toughest days. Give the gift of laughter, peace, and recognition. Exhausted Moms isn't just a coloring book, it's a hug, a nod of understanding, and a token of appreciation for everything she does. Surprise her with Exhausted Moms today and watch her face light up with joy. Because every mom deserves a moment to herself, wrapped in the colors of love and support.